What's up, everyone? Billy here from Box Spectacles, bringing you another toy review. And today we are looking at the DX Robo Universe Engine Sentai Go-Onger Engine-Oh. This is the new take on Engine-Oh that was brought to us by Robo Universe. We already took a look at the DX Robo Universe Tokyo, another mecha in this new line brought to us by Bandai. As stated in Tokyo's review, this line is meant to have a bunch of interchangeability between each other. And all the mecha that are with it, including this year's Boon Mock Robo from boonboomger. And here we have the individual Zords, Speedor, Buson, and Bear RV. These are, besides Speedor, it's pretty close to the original, besides some like small details. These two are definitely heavy retools of the original, or not even retools. They are heavy remakes, unlike the trains where they were, very clearly the same thing, just different, like kind of different details, but they're just long shapes. These two, specifically this one, is definitely a big change. Luckily, unlike Tokyo, I have the original DX Engine-Oh, so I can compare for you. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and look at the box. All right, and here's the box, obviously showing off Engine-Oh in the combined form. There's Go on Red with the DX Robo Universe logo, and then that same font that I talked about in Tokyo, just the overall branding. So you can see that they're putting a lot of thought into this as a subline for the DX robots to get re-released, or re-released as in like new imaginings for the Zords, so that they can be playable with each other and probably some current Sentai mech. And then over here we see that Engine-Oh is actually volume 1. Tokyo was volume 2. Wanted to go out of order since I had the comparisons to show. On this side we have the individual mecha. Up here, Engine-Oh headshot with that same Go on Red picture. Nothing down here. Then on the back, showing how they combine. Very different compared to the original release, just like Tokyo, which we'll get into that. So let's go ahead and get into the mecha. All right, and then we're going to go ahead and start with we'll start in reverse order. So this is 1, 2, 3. We're going to start with Bear RV. As you can see, Bear RV is basically just a one brick bear, not a one trick pony, but a one brick bear. It's very simple, just so you can see what it looks like. It has the peg, and then this is a faceplate that has that, but 3 pieces to make an individual Zord. Still rolls nice, which I thought was pretty funny. It actually, like, scale-wise works with the boonboomger cars in that respect, compared to like where like Buson is still big, but I mean it works. But then you compare it to the original release, and you can see how drastically different it is comparatively. Very small in scale. You can see it's cool. I guess I wish they somehow would have incorporated their symbols into them. Yeah. None of them have them, but that's fine. Because, I think they mainly wanted to focus on the overall combined look, but also the challenge of using these bricks from the Robo Universe frame to make the Zords again. Next up is Buson. This one is still the long, like oblong shape. As its face still rolls. The wheels are kind of oddly placed. It's very flat too, because the thinner look of the Robo Universe line. This one is very clearly the legs, storing the sword between the legs. No real like tricks like with Tokyo to get the body of it covered when it's just these panels. I do like how I'll show you in the transformation for the faceplate how that works, but let's go ahead and compare it with the original release. There you go. You can see the original had the Go-Onger up here, but I mean it's very much the same vibe. This one's more like a flat truck instead of a bus, but still has its face, and that's all that matters. And it's a dot here. It looks like, this is random, but it looks like they tried to get the symbol on there, like that little point. Like they you have to look very close to see what I mean, but it's there. So I'm sure it was just too tiny to mold. The same look, different eye color. This is getting very very detailed. Yeah, instead of red, this is black and white. Interesting. Also lower cost, I'm sure. I don't know how much there is. I mean, nowadays, working the price difference, but yeah. All right, and then last but not least, Speedor. In Speedor, you can see has fists coming out the back, which you can remove if you don't want them in like pictures or something. They're on the pegs, but other than that, they're not that distracting. Has some like taillight thingies up here. Still very much Speedor. Then compare it to the original. You can see definitely the differences in color here. A lot less paint. The gold here is metallic gold. This one is painted gold. Still has this color, the teal. And then, but it's Speedor. That's all that matters. All right, and let's go ahead and get these combined. It's pretty simple. We'll start from the bottom up. So bus on, we're going to split the legs. That clips come off. This is the sword. We'll set that to the side. It stands. And then from here, we're going to want to lift this up, take bus on's face, flip this all the way down so it'll be like a butt flap. And then this clip right here, you clip in bus on's face. Just like that. So there's the legs. And then for Bear RV, we're going to split the bottom off. It's going to become, can't really do a shield with this. I'll show a way that you can, I guess, but it's just going to be a backpack for the most part. Very simple. This one brick, this clips on there. And then for Speedor, very similar to the original. There's some small Robo Universe things that you have to do, but you just split the arms like that. These little, like, this mechanic is so cool because, like, I was curious what it's for in the Mock Robo, but it being used for Speedor to do the split thing is pretty neat. That just plops on using that peg there, like that. And then the arms fold down like that. And then for the arm covers, you want to flip them to where this part's facing down. And so that's the Robo University part, just because you want them out so they have like the booster or the light tail light things facing out, but then for the wrist you want them down. And then the same way as the original, the head flips up like that. And then the backpack plugs into this port right here. Like so. You can give them the very gray sword. There's Engine-Oh. Tune up. Here's the original Engine-Oh, so you can see how it looks comparatively to that. Obviously, a lot more details on the original compared to the Robo Universe, which is a lower cost, less paint version, but you can see how much more slimmer and sleek. The original Engine-Oh design of the toy is very good in comparison to the show, because they had the guy in the suit thing kind of happens here, where like it has like the bigger middle and the legs, so it's kind of close to what was on the show. Whereas the newer Robo Universe Engine-Oh is more close to the CG model that they used in the crossover episode. Here we have Robo Universe Tokyo. So you can see how these scale. Again, Tokyo, as mentioned in the other review, is kind of taller because of the type of feet it has, which is cool. Because of the type of feet it has, but that's pretty cool. So like there's a bit of variance. It's not like copy pasted, obviously not, considering the different shells that they have for the line. And then while we have them here, we might as well go ahead and squeeze in our last Robo Universe candidate, which is Mock Robo. So there's all three of them together. So you can see we already have a bunch of pieces to be able to do a bunch of different silly things. So that's pretty cool. And then like I wish there were more pieces like Mock Robo's arms that get the cars on them. But other than that, there's a lot of stuff you can just do with these three toys. And for the price, that's pretty good, considering like you can get three of these for like the price of one like regular release DX mecha. But yeah, so there's those. Let's go ahead and do some combinations between Tokyo and Engine-Oh. Now in the marketing leading up to their releases, they showed a lot of just general arm swapping and stuff, but I feel like there's probably some other silly stuff that we can get into. So let's go ahead and just play with the toys. Realistically, the legs I don't think will work with Buzz-On's face here, so we're gonna have to take that off. But we can go ahead and take these off and give Engine-Oh the Tokyo legs. Oops. There's that. And just to double check. Yeah, so that won't. Nope. So we're going to need another piece for that. If we want that, that can go to the side. We can give the Tokyo hands. Like that. We might as well go ahead and give these last. Yeah, we might as well go ahead and give these last bits. And there's the last train on its belly. Like that. So there we have Engine Tokyo. And our leftover pieces. All right. And so with our leftover pieces, we can make something like this. Just showing off that you can use this port here on the fist to hold the shield for Engine-Oh if you would like for him to have a shield. Just some silly Robo Universe shenanigans that you can do. I kind of like this setup here. I hope, or I don't hope, but when Go comes out, I hope that it'll be like you'll be able to like stack the three somehow on there, so you can have like the three red mecha in the center. Be pretty silly. And then I kind of like how these are back here. I don't know. It just looks nice. And then Bus-On gets to be in the center of that combination. So yeah, let's go ahead and get this back into our regular Engine-Oh. And that's it for this one, everyone. Overall, my thoughts on Engine-Oh are that it's a great addition to the toy line. A lot of fun pieces, as you saw with the Tokyo combination. I think that was pretty fun to do with both sides, and the different like varieties of stuff you can do with all the ports. It's as if like Zord Builder just spammed the ports in between like all the parts instead of like just the connecting ports. Um, but yeah, no, definitely add it to your collection, especially if you are planning on collect any of the DX Robo Universe line. It's always nice to have more fun parts to do. Like you could even just take the skeleton and then like make a bigger Tokyo, or uh, longer trains maybe, or some way to connect all 5 trains with like those pieces. I'd like to see that. I will have comparison pictures of this and boonboomger Robo on my Instagram at instagram.com/box collectibles. So make sure to keep an eye out for those. As well as I'll be posting pictures of this and then some fun combinations over there that I'll have some more time to think about and make them more cohesive looking, maybe some with Mock Robo. But yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and see you later.